Hi, my name is Esther Wilson, and welcome to the very first episode of Tell Me Something Good. Today, I'm here with 2024 soccer commit to the University of Texas, Vivian Geesbreght. So, Vivian, why did you choose UT? Like, I know you got a lot of offers from other schools and stuff, but like, what stuck out to you about UT?
So, a lot. I think the successful soccer program was really important to me because I want to go somewhere where I'm competing for championships and stuff like that, a really competitive atmosphere. And the academics at the school are obviously really good, and that's something that's also really important to me. And just like the culture of the team, like how the coaches coach the team and how the team is like with each other, they're great friends and everything, and that's something that's really important to me. And the coaches are they're really friendly, but they're also like they're there to teach you, and they actually care about like your well-being and everything too.
They just don't only care about sports.
Exactly, they care about your well-being. Yeah,
that's awesome.
And I felt like all of the other colleges that I visited, everyone was telling me that I was gonna get like a feeling somewhere, and I was just like, I don't think I meant to like have that feeling, but because I could see myself going to like many of these colleges, but I never had like an actual feeling. And as soon as I stepped on campus at UT, I was like, okay, this feels like home. This feels right. Like I could see myself here for the next 4 years, and just like this is home for me.
What are you looking forward to most about UT?
I think definitely like the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is just like playing with those girls, because a lot of it are my current teammates that are committed to Texas.
And on your select team?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome.
And just seeing us like carry what we have already built to college, I'm really excited for that. And just like the memories I'm gonna make there, and just I'm really excited for that.
You told me earlier that you played a bunch of sports growing up. You said almost all of them. And so when did it hit you that you were like, oh, soccer is going to be the sport that I'm gonna?
Yeah, so I started playing soccer when I was 2, and so I feel like that that has always, for me, soccer has always been my sport. Like it's been like my love ever since I've started playing. But I think that it really, and I've always wanted to go play at college, but I think it really clicked with me that it was like a real possibility in probably middle school. But I think that I really started applying myself in like freshman year, like 8th grade going into freshman year, because I think that's when like the biggest fall off, like going into high school, like everything changes. Yeah. And so I really decided for myself there that like at that point that was a track that I was gonna follow. But I feel like my entire life I've known that like soccer is my sport, and that's what I want to do with my life.
With this podcast, the goal is just to like get to know you better. So how would you describe like your home life and like your family and your siblings and all that?
So both of my parents went to law school, became lawyers, attorneys, and my oldest brother, he had a very unconventional like upbringing going into his profession. So he's a professional race car driver. And
when did he start that?
So his sophomore year of high school, as soon as he turned 16. So this is like kind of during the COVID area, like
2020, yeah.
And my parents were deciding, my brother really wanted to race professionally, and my parents had to take like a big leap of faith and just like trust that this was the right decision to drop out and get his GED to become a professional race car driver.
Awesome.
Yeah, and he's enrolled in college online.
Okay.
Yeah, so he lives in North Carolina, and he races professionally. So he's taken a big risk. It's super inspiring because it's very unconventional, and just like the fact that he had the courage to take that, and as well as my parents who were able to support him through that when it definitely couldn't have been easy for them making that decision. And I have another brother, he's older as well. He kind of just plays all sports, and he's very good. He kind of excels at like track, but he's jack of all trades. He plays all the sports. Yeah.
And so he just graduated?
Yes, so he graduated, and he's going to Lipscomb in Nashville.
Okay. Both of your brothers are far away, and now you're going to be down in Austin. How do you feel about that?
So, my brothers and I are really close. We're all like back to back, like years-wise, age-wise. And I think it's going to be super hard, but I also think that we're so close that it's not going to really matter that much. Like, we're all going to visit each other and we'll just pick up right where we left off. And we all support each other, like, no matter where we are. So, and I know that they'll support me in soccer and come to my games. I'll support John in his racing. Joe, I'll come visit him in Nashville. So I think that, honestly, like, obviously it's not going to be great because we'll be away from them, but I think that we'll be good.
You're about to start your senior year of high school. You are 17 now. So what do you think this next year looks like with your senior year and going off to UT?
Yeah, so I am in a little bit of a different situation. So I'm graduating a semester early, so I'll be graduating in December of this year, and then I'll be at Texas in January. And I think it's really fun. I'm super excited. Obviously, there's a ton of nerves that come with that, but I think it's a great opportunity getting there earlier and kind of adjusting, because fall is when like NCAA play starts. And so going into the spring, I can kind of like adjust and just
you get an extra semester.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that and basically my entire class, like commitment class, is graduating early, so we'll basically all be there together. But yeah, I think there are a lot of benefits, and there are some, like, there's pros and cons to everything, but I'm really, my senior year is going to look a lot different than people's normal senior year.
How would you say that, like, your friends and family describe you personally?
So I'd say that they describe me as more like a bubbly personality. I'd say that I would describe myself as pretty tough, but I also think that I'm more like extroverted and kind of loud. But I'd just say bubbly is kind of like the word to describe me as.
From being friends with you since like middle school, I would say very hardworking, determined, and even like when I was new, you were just super welcoming in with
Thank you.
and all that. Of course.
That's why we're friends, because we're both really bubbly.
Exactly, we're both super extroverted. And so, who would you say your mentor has been like these past few years?
I'd honestly say John, my oldest brother, who's a race car driver, because it's just like looking at his story, it's insane, like the stuff that he's overcame and like the courage that he's had to literally move from his entire family to a state where we have no family, and just like the courage and dedication that he has for his sport. And he is probably the most like dedicated to his craft like that I know. Like, he is very, very strict on what he allows to like he's the most disciplined person I know by far, and I think that's very inspiring to me, because that's how I want to be. So I've been blessed with having lots of mentors, but I would say that he's
the top one.
Yeah, he's up there.
Awesome. What are you going to like study in, and where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, so I want to go pre-law on the pre-law track. So I'm deciding whether I want to go like political science, communications, English. So I haven't really figured that part out yet, but I do know that I want to go pre-law. And as far as like goal where I want to be after, like college soccer, is law school. But I really just want to leave college soccer with a bunch of amazing experiences and tough experiences too, because I think that will shape me into who I will become. And I think that the dedication that you have to have and drive that you have to have as a D1 athlete, especially at Texas, is a great amount. And I think that is going to help me pursue my goals after college. So
even just like talking to other D1 athletes that I've known, they've said that it's hard to like get like your academics and your athletics just like all sorted out. Are you nervous about that at all?
Honestly, I think that yes and no. I am nervous because I think that like I care about my grades a lot and I want to do well, but I think with the resources at Texas that I'll be okay and I'll get through it. I'm sure it'll be stressful. It'll be a big change, but I think that it'll be okay.
With this podcast, it's called Tell Me Something Good. The whole point of this is to get to know the D1 athletes that are committed in high school. And so the last question that I'm going to ask you is, tell me something good that's going on in life right now that you're just super happy about.
Yeah, so right now my team and we're preparing to compete for a national championship, and so that's been looking like 2 days, like practice every day. But like with that, I've also been training with like on the outside with Texas commits and Texas players who live like in the area who played in the same club as I play for. So it's really nice like being able to be around like my future teammates and play with them and kind of like build that chemistry and with the commits that are like my age, like building our like friendship, because we're gonna like be with next to each other for the next 4 years. Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
I just think, and like the competition, it's so nice. Like we're getting lots of work in, but it's still super fun, and just it's always great to have to play with them.
Okay, well, that's so fun. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
Tell me something